watch me wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning,
sitting in like an empty lecture hall,
and gain access to my top secret glute workout. It is a bit cold to start off. You guys also get to experience my first day of university with me.
As you can see, I'm sweating. Rosemary crackers, tennis biscuit, my dip, and my cup of tea.
French toast is about done. You also see me make some of the best recipes you will ever eat. And for those of you who have wondered what driving the cloud feels like, stay tuned to find out. I'm running late. First we start off with hip thrusts, and I do 4 sets of 10 to 12 with 10 pulses at the end of every set. Next we have prone hammy curls, and I do 2 sets of 8 to 12 on these, making sure not to use momentum at the bottom of the movement. Now we have Bulgarian split squats, and I do 3 sets of 12 for these ones, making sure to do both legs, which is very important. For this exercise, it's also very important to focus on going down and back instead of just down. Lastly, I do 1 set of glute cable kickbacks as my finisher. You're looking at my room right now. So, yeah. The first thing I'm going to consume this morning is a ginger turmeric shot, so let's go. And now we have ghee and blended up chia seeds with hot water. Here I have my jar of oats that I made yesterday. We're gonna make breakfast for tomorrow. On the menu for tomorrow, I'm going to be making myself overnight oats. I'm not really sure if I want to do overnight oats or overnight porridge. I think I'm going to blend up the oats. In order to blend up my oats, I'm going to be using this blender thingy.
Oh my god.
And it makes it into a really fine powder. I'm going to put about a 1/3 cup of oats in here. For my oats, I have this ginormous jar of steel cut rolled oats that I'm just going to blend up. This is my porridge powder.
Bruh.
When I make overnight oats, I really enjoy using this one jar. This is the jar I'm going to be making my overnight oats in. Next, I'm going to be adding whey protein. For my milk today, I'm using macadamia milk. I can't believe I almost forgot. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of chia seeds. Now, flavor-wise, I don't think I'm going to add anything to this jar right now. I think I'm going to decide on the flavor tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'm going to do chocolate raspberry or peanut butter banana because both of them sound so good. I'm going to just make a plain batch of porridge, and then I'm going to put on all my toppings tomorrow morning. I'm using honey as my sweetener of choice. I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of honey. Lastly, just put on the lid in the fridge for at least 4 hours, ideally overnight. Here I have my jar of oats that I made yesterday, and as you can see, It's become quite thick. I'm just going to put this into a bowl. Here I have chocolate protein powder that I'm just going to add a spoon of. The flavor that I decided on is chocolate raspberries, so chocolate protein powder, and I'm going to add a handful of raspberries. For a little extra texture, I'm adding just a little bit of cacao nibs. So here I have my bowl of oats, and I have a piece of sun-dried tomato sourdough bread with cultured butter and tofu scramble. If you guys want to know how to make tofu scramble the way my family makes it, you can go and watch this video. I'm back from school now, and it is currently 10 to 3, and I'm feeling a little bit hungry. I think I'm gonna make myself my crackers and a cup of chai. And if you want to know how I make chai, it is once again in this video. A lot of the recipes, a few, maybe one or two here or there, will be in the what I eat in a day video, because I am a creature of habit. If I like something, I'll eat it repeatedly. That's what I'm gonna make now. My crackers are super simple. I'm not even making crackers. The tea will take the longest, so I'm gonna start with that. So all I've added is sugar and chai leaves. Here I have cardamom that I'm just crushing up. I really like cardamom in my tea, but some people don't. And here we have some ginger that I'm just gonna grate in. I touched the pot! I had to mute this section because the audio quality wasn't that good, but basically I'm just adding a tulsi leaf and measuring out the milk that I'm going to be using. Our tea is pretty dark and it's been boiling, so I'm going to add my milk in now. Here we have smooth cottage cheese. Next we have sun-dried tomatoes in oil. I really love these for the flavor. I just cut them up using kitchen scissors. So this is the snack spread. We have rosemary crackers, tennis biscuits, my dip, and my cup of tea. I just put hair mask in my hair, and now we're eating dinner. For dinner, we have a traditional Indian food called pav bhaji, which is just toasted burger buns, and the bhaji is a mix of vegetables. Traditionally, it doesn't have any protein, but my mom is super awesome and she added some protein in for us. It is a street food from Mumbai, and it actually smells so good. So I'm so excited to eat. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday morning. Today I have to be at school at 6:30, so I won't be able to do a weight workout this morning. So I'm just going to do my 20-minute walk, my core and abs, and my stretch. It is currently 4:20, 4:15 in the morning. All ready for school now, and now I'm gonna make breakfast. I'm feeling like French toast this morning. I'm gonna crack my egg in this plate. I just find it easier to dip the bread in a plate rather than a bowl or something like that. The next thing I add is a splash of milk, a dash of cinnamon, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of sugar. I'm going to use a fork to just whisk this up. Now I'm just going to soak my bread. So I have my stove on here. I'm just going to add a little bit of coconut oil. My pan seems pretty warm. I'm just going to put my pieces of bread on now. And pouring the extra egg on top. For my toppings of choice, I'm doing cottage cheese. Now I'm gonna add some maple syrup. And lastly, I'm gonna top with some raspberries. This is my lovely breakfast. I'm running late to school, so I'm gonna eat this in the car. So my whole family is up at 4 o'clock because we need to leave the house at 5:15. I just got changed super quickly and I'm wearing this white tank top and these blue baggy jeans. It is a bit cold to start of the morning, so I just put on this super cute knitted sweater. Now I'm gonna go brush my teeth. Now we're gonna do my makeup routine, but first and most important, SPF. Let's start by putting on some sunblock. Even though it is so dark outside right now, the sun only rises in 2 hours. I'm sure you guys all know by now, but putting SPF and sunblock on your neck as well as your face is so important. The first thing I'm doing for my makeup is just a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I do use setting powder for my concealer. Both of these products are from Essence. Baby powder. That is the only place I put concealer. The next step is I'm gonna do a little bit of tight line eyeliner. I just use this inner eye kohl kajal. Now I'm just gonna do some blush. The last thing I'm gonna do is just a little bit of eyeshadow and some highlighter. I'm gonna do some highlights. I'm just gonna put this on the tip of my nose, cheeks over here, and my brow bone. And that is my final makeup routine. Guys, we are literally like driving in a cloud right now. So my sister was rowing in the National Rowing Championships and we dropped her off and then we headed to the university for an open day. I hadn't eaten the whole morning, so we got some muffins, a coffee, and we just sat at the coffee shop. I like the cappuccino one more. So we are now in the amphitheater of the University of Pretoria. I think it's an amphitheater. I don't know where we are. We're waiting for the first welcome and the address.
The sky began whisper warnings.
Guys, I wish I was kidding, but my math teacher was sitting right in front of me. So guys, we just got done with the first lecture of the day and we went to an industrial engineering lecture and it was really exciting. So now we're just waiting for the second lecture of today that we're going to, which I think is electrical and computer engineering. And yes, I'm so excited. It's actually really cool to learn about, and yeah. Just got out of the lecture hall for the mechanical and aeronautical engineering one, and now we're going on to our third lecture of the day and the last one, which is electrical and computer engineering. Just left UP and now we're driving back to Uppbeat Dam to pick up my sister. We're back home now and I'm super tired, so I'm honestly just gonna chill a little bit.